That's why I wasn't talking. That's why it was just music playing and no one talking.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided...
Did you have a nice crack? Did you have a bear crack?
I did, yes. Was the music annoying?
A bit.
Was it loud?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
it's hard to tell how loud it is for us in chat where you are. So just be careful.
Okay.
Admiring, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Hope you win twice.
I hope so. You guys should stream this game one day, it's really fun.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm trying to look for the ending that I didn't do. Because there was one I didn't do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments.
A game about Stanley Cool. Lansky.
The boss doesn't even have a computer at his desk. But he does have nice alcohol.
And rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
It's annoying, you can't even run. I'm going to go back up to the boss's office in a minute and see what the narrator has to say about
How
that.
do you know when it's going to be as loud as possible at my work to start streaming?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit...
I don't know, I'm not at your work, so how do I know?
In his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of...
You're not.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay,
I just had a toasted white chocolate and lemon hot cross bun delicious. Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Silly me.
I want a toasted hot chocolate and lemon hot cross bun right this freaking minute and my stomach vomit.
I just can't wait to find out.
Chuckle my buckle on the knuckle with the huckle and the nickel in the packle.
Oh, I see.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story.
They sell them at Waitrose.
Sounds nice. Who remembers Woolworths that you still get in Australia?
A rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Let's go back down and back up again and see what it has to say this time.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
The Woolworths in Australia is unrelated to the UK one, it's a grocery store.
Did you think we were going to go
Is it? I didn't know that.
spooky corridor? No.
What about Big W?
It's time once again.
Chuckle, did anyone at work try to pay with Monopoly money?
No, not this job, not yet. We made chocolate cake today at work, and we
I
made
think it's Woolworths.
egg rolls.
Not yet, he said.
Hopefully no one does. Pay with Monopoly money. And I'll show them what Monopoly money can do.
When will you unveil that storyline?
It's the boss's office.
I won't unveil that storyline if it doesn't
Changes
happen.
everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Chuckle, do you have a list of things that will happen at work? We could start the revolution with Monopoly money. It's so
I don't
cute
have
you
a
do,
list.
Chuckle.
No, I don't have a list of things, no.
No, wait. No, I need more
No,
time
my work's
to
quite
process.
bored in this one, not a
It's
lot
okay
happens.
if you do.
No, I don't have a list.
So how was work? Anyone
What
want
was
to buy
nice and
Monopoly
great in
money
camp today?
NFT?
I have fully come to terms with it. I have
Me.
made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
I have this game too, Chuckle.
I turn to your expert eye.
What, do you have it on PlayStation, Switch, Xbox,
$1
computer?
billion.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
I have the old on Steam, and this one on PS5.
But you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this
The old
kind
one's
of
the
thing
same,
had
it's
never
just
been
not got the
attempted
new
before.
content
I
in it
have
like this
no
one.
frame of reference to even anticipate it.
I think the new one's on
Is
Steam
Mr.
as well.
Creepy still threatening to eat food out of the fridge?
A breath of fresh air in
I
a
am Mr.
landscape of
Creepy and
storytelling
I'm coming
that has
down
grown
the stairs to
stale
eat
and
food out of
repetitive.
the fridge. I want chocolate cake. But yeah, Mr. Creepy's in the next Purple Challenge next week. Along with Rob Bear.
Why doesn't Mr. Creepy ever say he's going back up the stairs? Yeah, it's kinda cool how they did this. Pseudo-sequel and meta-commentary inside the
I am
original
Mr.
game.
Creepy and I am
Why
going
doesn't
back
Mr.
up the
Creepy
stairs
ever
to
say
my
he's going
bed.
back up
I
the
want
stairs?
some chocolate cake this minute, freaking hell.
Anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and
Oh my.
anticipating, and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
I just had a chocolate cupcake.
It's so precious, so fleeting.
Cool.
Why don't
I'm
we
having
take this
noodles and the
elevator ride
strudel for dinner
nice
today.
and slow. There we go. Isn't this so much more
Chuckle my
exciting,
buckle
you know,
in the
Stanley?
muckle
It
with
seems
the
like
buckle.
nowadays the only thing that
That rhymes. Excellent. Noodle strudel.
Yep,
They want
it's
big,
curry flavoured
explosive
noodle
moments
strudel with chicken
flung
sauce.
right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow,
vinegar.
nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think,
Malt vinegar.
to anticipate,
Knew there was something.
to marvel at the eventual reveal.
And I'm having apple
This
cake and
is
custard for
dessert.
dessert.
what you and I are doing right now. This is the most
Apple cake and
exciting
custard for
narrative
dessert.
to be developed in years.
With vinegar.
It's really all because of
Noodles and a strudel. Does Dr. Seuss plan your menus?
visiting the exact
With Vine
same
Bear.
locations over and over.
No, it's his
Truly,
brother
I
that
mean
plans the
it.
menus,
This is
Dr.
unique
Seuss
and
Jr.
different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stan.
The Stanley Bearable Ultra Deluxe Evil Lord Power. Bear. His brother is a junior. I watched a video of English people trying American biscuits and gravy, then Thanksgiving food.
That makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
Chuckle, what do you think about Roald Dahl's books being censored?
Which is why Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner.
My boss came into work at 10. Kawaka said the wallet he got stolen was returned. Boss ignored it and said, "Look at this tote bag I made." You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, where am I this time?
Just through this door.
Tomorrow I'm having chicken in the Ricken with the Micken,
You're going to speak
with
a little
barbecue
bit about the
sauce
nature of surprise
and
in
chow chow.
storytelling, and what it means to
butter.
craft a truly
Total recall.
narrative. Oh,
Cool.
don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Finger licking good.
Looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
What would you do if you were walking out on here?
Chuckle, is it time to say the rah-rah sauce you added to the chemicals at your other job was made up?
No, the rara sauce was real.
What would you do if you went to Kentucky?
I would get Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky
All of his
Fried
co-workers
Chicken
gone.
in the
What did it mean?
Ricken.
Stanley
I'm going to
decided
try
go
that one
home.
I
again.
gave you a chance to tell the truth. You're going to hell, sorry.
The rara sauce was real. Now, I'll tell you what, do you want to know what sauce wasn't real though?
No.
So you don't want to know what sauce wasn't real at work, but because the
There's a
rara
lady
sauce was
named
real.
Ra Digger.
The baba sauce wasn't real.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Only
Yes,
for
sir.
a wee bye guys if the stream suddenly ends. Okay, so baba sauce wasn't real, but rah-rah sauce was.
Needed the bucket's
Yes.
and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket...
You have 10 minutes until Chuckle stops streaming.
No, I'll stream for a bit. More like 20 to 30 minutes.
Stepping into his...
Would you use this bucket as a toilet?
...once again stunned to discover not
Why
an
do you think that
indication
rara sauce is not a real sauce?
crushed by the weight of this...
So not 10 minutes.
Stanley may have broken down
No.
into an emotional dumpster fire.
Bucket toilet. Why do you think Chuckle?
Because it doesn't sound real.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
Rara sauce is real. Okay, I'll tell you what.
I always think Chuckle.
Rara sauce is a real sauce that we have. It's just not something that I put in anything at work.
So in other words,
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing
what do you put it on?
him, reassuring that in his
Chips.
darkest moment of uncertainty, he would
It's
be
my
right.
uncle's recipe.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
What are chips?
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up?
What if someone put lotion on your hamburger?
Something very intriguing about the number 3.
I wouldn't eat it.
I
What would you
go
do
back
if
so I can
someone
try
put
pressing
sun
the number
lotion on
3
your
again?
hamburger?
But
Would you eat it?
nothing.
Would it get the hose again? Say hamburger.
What
I
would you
put
do,
it in the
Casey, if
sun.
someone says, I want you to make Casey sauce? What would it taste like?
Well,
Here we are,
no
said
comment.
Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
Yo, Chucky Bucky.
Yo, D-Toilet, how are you this fine day?
DT Chuckle said he'll stream for 20-30 more minutes. Doing the poems.
I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock.
Sherlock Holmes.
Who had always felt
Sherlock Holmes.
How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him?
I want you all to go to the chip shop for your dinner now, get sausage and chips or fish and eat it for dinner today with a big slab of ketchup on top.
I don't have a chip shop.
Go to one, there's one in New York. Doesn't matter how long it takes you, it could take you 2 hours, 3 hours, just get there now.
Fish and ketchup, no fucking thanks.
Alright, tartar sauce then.
Chuckle, it'll take about 8 hours.
Well, just walk there, just walk.
Chips
See
is
how
lunch,
far
not
it takes
dinner.
you.
There was a fish and chips van that went around, but I haven't seen it since 2020.
Not seen how
A
much
month.
joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Chuckle, DT and I are pretty fucking far from New York.
Well, go find out what one's near you and go to it. Shout, I'm the champion when you get in the door and they might give you it for free.
No, said Stanley to the bucket.
Honestly, you're probably closer to New York. And fish.
I have an idea then, guys. Why don't you go to Burger King or McDonald's and get the big, greasiest burger they have with lots of bacon?
Just go to Long John Silver's.
The bucket said nothing.
Burger King chips, you can't beat them.
Idea.
And get the iciest, coldest iced strawberry scream you can. And a banana milkshake.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush.
I halved 14 inches of French bread to make a sandwich with.
His dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time...
Chuckle, we are about the same distance from New York as you are. That's how big the United States is. No excuses, go now.
The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence.
You're right, Casey.
Statue of Liberty.
A wave of dejection. Stanley returned to the elevator.
Never been to New York, don't know what's so new about it.
There's a song about New York.
Oregon Trail. Bear do a reverse Oregon Trail.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket...
New Donk City.
...this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution.
I'm coming up, so you better get the party started.
P. NK.
Yesterday. What did you think about my finished dishwasher tablet video? Do you agree with me or not?
Damn, that note holding is impressive. Chuckle.
You should have note holding in one of your opposite day games.
Chuckle.
Yes?
You made a video.
On all
I did?
matters relating to pressing the
What did I think of what?
I was, well, not you, because you didn't see it, Toilet, but I was more talking to Casey. He saw the video with the finished dishwasher
Maybe show the
tablets.
thing you're talking about in the video, since it's a video with a video. Oh.
And it would be through the public eye that the bucket
I
would
like, do you like the Mr. Bean one?
Stanley's work.
What did you think, Casey?
For months he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it until
A little shocked you didn't show the thing you were talking about since you made a video about it.
Stanley was as prepared.
I ran out of dishwasher tablets, so I didn't show it.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one. There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press
Chuckle, guess what?
Yes?
to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a key.
Nothing. Sorry.
He was unloved,
Sorry.
uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
Stanley has a bucket in his hand, and he has a number 3 on his chicken bone.
The two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the
What about the family parable?
Sir. 10:33 moderator GlitchCon 2020 toilet hack 10:33 moderator GlitchCon 2020 toilet hack 10:33 moderator Mr. Casey Jones 10:33 moderator GlitchCon 2020 toilet hack
It is 33 minutes past 6 at night in Scotland, and the rest of the UK.
Chuckle, what time is it in Scotland? Black flag. Toilet. Even
Ireland, yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Flag Island.
This was not
So
what would you guys do if you were in Ireland right now?
30-minute mark. Should Scotland become independent?
I don't know. No politics, Casey. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
So do you say past once it goes past the 30-minute mark? Oh shit.
No, we don't.
Pile of poo. Forgot about the rule. Chuck, do you miss Nicola Sturgeon, or are you glad to see the back of her? Sorry, no politics. I'll ban him.
I don't really care either way.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced.
Nicola was a load of rubbish. Glad she's gone. Sorry.
What do you think of the Stanley Parable in Dreams? Do you think that's well made?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
I think it would be cool in dreams.
I don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket. I suppose that would
Yeah, I
explain...
played the one that Pixel Tuner made. It's really good.
If that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it.
I saw the video on YouTube of Dreams Have Meanings playing it.
On the entire rest of the game, if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the
Do you like
story
tuna
will
pizza?
depend on your understanding of what is and...
Dreams have meanings.
Please, step in here for a moment.
Never had fish on a pizza, no, not even anchovies, but I'm not opposed.
I'm stuck. Where am I? Oh, there we are.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some tests.
Honestly, fish sounds good on most things. TBH. Can we 30-second silence for all the good green streamers who are no longer with us? No.
Okay, let's begin.
Remember in the 90s how characters would go out of their way to say no anchovies when ordering a pizza, even though if they didn't order it S.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
No. You are right, DT. What the fuck was I thinking? Sorry. Fish.
It is a 3D.
It's a K-rag.
Bucket, not an actual bucket.
DT is a bit of an ass.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
A bit of disrespect for the 30 seconds.
Is this a bucket?
Chucky, can I do a timeout on MRKC Joan?
You can do whatever you want. Just go mad. Don't need to ask me, just do whatever you want.
Oh shoot. Okay. Damn.
And if you want to fight back, Casey, you can fight back. Get a bit of James Bond fighting action going.
90,320,932.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Okay, I'll fight back. Oh shit, I'm fucking timed out. Damn shit, crap ass fuck shit. Okay, I'll fight back. Oh shit, I'm backing timed out. Damn shit, bear ass fuck shit.
Trick question.
You know what, I'm gonna talk about politics. I got permission. Backing. No.
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
What would you do if you had to carry a bucket around with you everywhere?
No. I piss in it. I bear in it.
Anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No, don't erase the bucket.
Here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything
Okay, 30-second silence is up. So, what's your thoughts on Hamza Yousaf and Ashrigan plans to stand?
I don't know, I think they're alright.
I'm not a
What's
bucket
your
after
thoughts
all.
on it, the toilet?
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more...
I think Ash is better.
It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact...
Well,
that
Ash
we
from
haven't got a
Pokemon.
game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
I'll do one more and then I need to go.
Buck chuckle.
Yes?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
You said 20-30.
Perhaps he had simply missed a
Former minister, so yeah, Ash is better.
It's bucket time.
It's bucket time.
Stanley.
What happened to the 20 to 30 more minutes?
We've done that already.
Shut it.
Felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
We haven't TBH. I see. You use different clocks.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them
It's
detoured
trickle
from the
time.
maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the...
Your idea of 20 minutes is 5 minutes. But it's bucket time, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You
Yes,
see,
Baby
your
Mac
friends and I are
Babyface,
concerned for you, Stanley.
and whatever
We've
she
come
is,
together here because
and
we care about you
Computer Mac
very much.
Computer.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I guess I have to follow the line now.
So yeah, I just think the King Charles is such a bad monarch.
Whee!
Why do you think he's a bad
Who
monarch?
knows where it'll go off to
What have they
next?
done that's so
he
bad?
played some silly music as well.
Whoa. Honestly, same. He called me an ass.
This is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Okay.
Don't you remember all
When did
those
they do
great
that?
jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Today. Not worse than that Queen though.
Let's give them more content exactly like this.
The
But
Queen
if
was
we
a
want to
lovely
do
woman.
that, you're going to have to give
A heart
something
of
up.
gold.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get
He
rid of
also gave me some rah-rah sauce to put on my chemicals.
the brand new character.
Oops, sorry.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No, no,
I
not the
think
bucket
it'll
destroyer,
make a
not the bucket
wonderful
destroyer,
new
not the
addition
bucket
to the
destroyer.
rich
No,
lore
no,
of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
DT Chuckle admitted earlier lying about the rah-rah sauce.
Surely you don't need
I won't post my opinions of the Queen here, sorry, no politics.
Stanley. Say
No
goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know.
The rah-rah sauce was a lie.
If it can't destroy your bucket, destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality.
Believe it or not.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved?
So Chuckle, how is your new job?
Well, you see,
Fantastic.
to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would
No,
see that it's
nothing
designed
happens with any sound
is so
people.
densely
All
loaded
good.
with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in
Shame.
this game can you even say that about? The
Yeah.
Rah-rah Rasputin, Russia's greatest sauce machine.
Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
Chuckle, do we serve Russian dressing at the cafe, even after 1 year of that Putin terrorizing Ukraine?
No, we don't say it, sorry.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such
Don't be sorry.
things with you. Tell such
There, be sorry.
binding stories.
I'm glad.
All of it's squandered now. Goodbye.
Russian dressing did nothing wrong.
For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
It's funkin' food. Whoa. It was made by those a-holes. It's motherfunkin' food.
Well,
All of his co-workers
thank you for coming. I've got to go now. See you later and goodbye.
Motherfucking food.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Bye. 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 Waving hand bye.